So welcome to this video. My name is Alex and I'm filming this video here in my underground bunker somewhere in southern Europe. Actually, that's not true. I'm joking. This is not an underground bunker. I'm renovating a bedroom for my eldest son. And the reason I make this joke is because it's how a lot of people are thinking. A lot of people are thinking, how am I going to survive what's coming? How am I going to get through the potentially the most challenging time in human history? How am I going to get through this dystopian situation which seems to be kind of looming all around us, surrounding us with what's happening in our society? People are thinking this way. Now, there's only one way to get through what is coming, and there are, of course, some extremely challenging times ahead. Now, this is actually very good. It's actually very good for us to be challenged, because most of humanity are living in a comfort zone. Most of humanity are actually very weak. We are weak, we have a weak heart, we have a weak mind, and we have all our needs provided to us, by the society we live in. It's very comfortable. We have a very comfortable society. Of course, we sell our time for money and we earn a wage and then we can buy all the things we want. But still, we're weak. Most human beings have a weak heart and a weak mind. And the only way we are going to get stronger is to be challenged in every way possible, especially psychologically. And this is what's happening on the planet at the moment. We are being psychologically manipulated, for a start, by the media, by the mass media, which is almost entirely in the hands of those who have dark intentions, who want to hypnotize us into believing their dark vision of the future. And there is another vision, which is a vision of light, a divine vision which comes from God, which they do not want you to see. They want your mind completely consumed with darkness, dark ideas, dark thoughts, fear for the future, so that you are weak and you can be preyed upon. You can give away your energy, give away your life force, give away your vitality, so that you get weaker and they get stronger. However, you do not need to do that. And the good news is, you can use everything that's happening for your benefit to help you become stronger, more confident, more fearless. And this is really important. It's very important that we learn how to veer away from this whole reality of fear which starts in our mind. Because that is the trap. That is the trap that is being laid for us. It's this whole reality, this whole vision of fear, dystopian oppression, cruelty, suffering that's been implanted in our minds by the media. Now, as I said, times are going to be challenging. And there is only one way for you to get through these challenges. And that is for you to get your strength from the source. For you to grow in strength by opening up to the source of strength, the source of your strength, the source of your vitality, the source of your power, which some call God. You don't have to use the word God. Some people like to say the universe or the creator or divine love, whatever words you want to use. This force is real, and I can confirm it's real. I can guarantee you it's real, because after 25 years of spiritual exploration, it became very obvious to me in the first 5-10 years that what people call God is a reality, absolute reality. And we need, firstly, to open our eyes to the reality of this divine force, this almighty power. We need to open our eyes and then open our hearts and then give ourselves in service, essentially humble ourselves, because everything we need comes from this force, and we can't do anything, or we can't really, how can I put this? We can't really know what it is that we must do, because there are things that we must do, especially now in this time. There are things that we must do and we get our guidance. That force gives us our guidance. It steers us. And it steers us without fear, because at the moment the entire media has been harnessed to steer us through fear by getting fearful thoughts in the driving seat in your mind, so that fear is driving you. Fear about, how am I going to survive? What am I going to do when they come for me? All these thoughts. How am I going to survive the zombie apocalypse? How am I going to feed myself when I can't go to the shops, etc., etc.? All these kind of anxious thoughts. And I'm not saying they're all, how can I put this? I'm not saying they're all unfounded, but what's really important is that we're not thinking with the fearful mind, this fight or flight survival mind. It's really important to keep a sense of trust in your heart, because when you trust, you can't be manipulated by fear. You can't be driven to act out of fear. So this sense of trust is actually crucial, and I mean absolutely crucial, that we trust that we don't need to panic, we don't need to fear, we don't need to do anything impetuous or erratic, or we just need to allow ourselves to be guided. We need to talk to that higher force, listen to our heart and say, okay, what is it that I need to do? What is it that's going to help me get through this time, this challenging time? And the number one thing, which is your absolute priority, is to learn how to steer away from that reality of fear, which starts here, which has been put there by the media, by the way. Decades and decades of programming for this time, specifically for this time. Decades of programming have prepared us to act in a certain way when things unfold as they will and as they are. We've been programmed to behave in a certain way, which is out of fear. Now, you do not need to do that, and it's very important that you step back from this fear reality created by the media, decide to disbelieve anything the media is telling you, and say, okay, there's something higher, there's a higher truth here that I need to know. And it's not coming through the screens, and it's not going to come from any alternative podcast. Nothing you need to know is going to come from the media in any form. Everything you need to know is going to come from God when you put your trust in God, when you open your heart and say, okay, God, I need you. Oh, I don't have to use the word God, but I need you, and I need peace. I need to be at peace. I need to make decisions from a place of peace, not fear. And speaking to God in that way, asking for this, is crucial.